How are you doing, everyone? Mr. Howard here. Have you ever wondered what happens when you combine a mermaid with a magical girl? That's right, you get this girl. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, as usual we will start this video talking about Kokomi's name, starting out with her last name of Sangonomiya. Now the Sango part of her name, written like this, means coral. And the Nomiya part of her name, written like this, means shrine or palace. So together, her last name means coral shrine or coral palace. Now, her first name, Kokomi, the Koko part, written like this, means heart. And the Mi part, written like this, means sea or ocean. So, her first name means heart of the ocean or heart of the sea. Or could just say sea heart or ocean heart. But I think heart of the sea sounds way cooler. So her entire name means Coral Palace Heart of the Sea, or Coral Shrine Heart of the Ocean. Moving into Kokomi's influences, I believe Kokomi was influenced by Otohime from the Japanese fairy tale Urashima Taro, which is basically a story about this guy who ends up saving a sea turtle and thus is brought to the Ryugujo under the sea and is entertained by the Princess Otohime for a few days. But upon being returned to the surface, he finds out those few days were actually 100 years, and that everybody he knew has either grown old or died. He then opens the Tamate Bako, which was a forbidden jeweled box given to him by Otohime, which thus turns him into an old man upon opening it. That is just the basic rundown of the story. But if you would like to know more about it, I would look into the story of Urashima Taro yourselves. Now, the reason I believe Kokomi was influenced by Otohime was because of two pieces of information I came across. One was that she seemed very similar to a character from One Piece, who actually shares the name with the character from the fairy tale, Otohime. And Otohime just happens to also be the name of the character from One Piece. And looking at her design, you can see some similarities between her and Kokomi's design. This was my first piece of evidence that I found fit her best. Second was the Sangonomiya Shrine, which seems to be strongly based off of the Ryugujo from the story of Urashima Taro, which was the undersea dragon palace that he went to. Now, if you look at Katase Enoshima Station and the Sangonomiya Shrine, they look very similar, which led me to believe that they were both strongly based off the Ryugujo, because Katase Enoshima Station is supposed to be strongly inspired by the Ryugujo castle from the Urashima Taro story. This is how I came to my conclusion, or to my theory, that Kokomi was strongly influenced by the Princess Otohime from the Urashima Taro story. Now moving into one of my favorite parts of these videos, the voice actors, starting out with Kokomi's English voice actor, Risa May, who has played Pake from Restaurant to Another World Season 2. She has played Futaba from My Senpai is Annoying, Inui from My Dress Up Darling, and last but not least, Shirley and Rum from Shadow's House. Now moving into Kokomi's Japanese voice actor, Mimori Suzuko, who has done quite a few fun roles, starting with Athena from Warriors Orochi 4, Fartooth from the Arknight mobile game, Hisui from Fairy Tail, Korin from Cardfight Vanguard. She has also played Togo from Yuki Yuna is a Hero, and last but not least, she has played Umi from the Love Live series. Funny how she's also played another character whose name means ocean. Now I'm sorry this video isn't quite as long as the others. However, I have a feeling the next character I'll be diving into will take a little bit longer. Speaking of which, here's a hint at who's next. Now I wonder who that could be. I don't know. But look forward to my next video. Until then, you can check out my videos I've done on Yae Miko and Raiden Shogun, found somewhere here on the screen. And if you liked what you watched here today, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Mr. Howery,